This is Rodney at the Red Trail Vineyard in Buffalo, North Dakota. Today we're going to prune a little bit here. I got a couple vines behind me, but first of all I want to show you some of the pruning shears that we use. Throughout the years we found which works best and which is we have problems with. This one seems like it really works, has been working very well with it, and you see how much we used it. I like this because it's just a flick of the thumb and you can open and you can lock it. This here's a new one we got this year. Looked kind of unique. It got a little place for your finger and the lock is here on top, so that seems to work pretty good for us too. Here's another model. This here one we've had problems with. It's hard to lock. Right now the spring is broken in it, and we've had several of these throughout the years, and it seems like we've always had a problem with that brand. Here's some real cheap ones. We brought these back from Oregon, and they work for little projects when you come to pruning. I like them because you don't have a thing to flick on with your thumb. You got to kind of close them with two hands, but it seems to work pretty good for little projects, and they're really reasonable. Here's another pruning shears that we have used in the past, and I bought a couple more. The problems that we always have is this here part. It seems like the screw eventually works its way out and it falls apart. So here's another new one we bought this year. Pretty good little shears. It's a small one for your hand. If you got bigger branches, of course, it's kind of hard to cut with this one, but it's really handy one, and it's one that I use quite a bit. When you get the bigger branches, of course, you got to go to the big one, and especially some of the things we're doing out here at the vineyard is we're changing some of the methods that we've been using. This variety is called St. Croix, and it looks like a mess right now, which it is. And what I'm trying to do with these is put them all on a high cane, so they're all up here on the top wear. And so you kind of visually look at it, you see what's going to work, what's not going to work, and you start to develop the way that you want to put it up here and what you got to work with. So I'm going to run this one over this way, and I'm going to start cutting off and leave a couple buds on each one of these here canes, and just kind of trim as you go. Winter's been kind of tough on St. Croix up here in North Dakota. They really don't seem like they can stand the very cold weather. So every year we lose a few. So this is how I trained this here one. Another thing that we were taught always is never to wrap your vines around the wire. So we've been tying them on with these heavy ties, but out here on the plains of North Dakota, there's so much wind, I have decided to start wrapping. It's probably not the right thing to do, but when these buds start coming out and you have all this foliage, it seems like they'll stay on the wire much better. So there's one side that we did, and now what I want to do is get everything up on top. So everything down below here I'm going to cut off. So I'm going to cut this one off. We're not going to use them anymore. We're changing this whole structure of this vine. This here will be the next one that we'll put up on top. And this here is just some dead material that we'll cut just to get rid of. This cane will run this other way, so we'll start pruning and leave one or two buds on each one of these canes that grew out last year. And just prune away. The thing about grapes, it seems like you can never really hurt them too much. They'll keep coming back. So we'll take this wire off. And now we got a little more pruning here to do. We'll cut that off, and then we're going to wrap it around here a couple times. And then I'll just put this on, back on again. We started using these heavier ties. We used to use the Max Tapener, which works fine when everything's young, but when the vines get older, they seem like it doesn't hold very good. So anyway, we'll just keep pruning on these, cut all this stuff off that you don't need. Here's another one that when it ran on this second wire, but we're going to change it. Everything's going to be up top. We'll move this thing over just to get it straight again. And we have this dead one that we don't need. Just clean everything up here. There, that looks much better now. We got this cane here, this bamboo rod, we'll just leave it like it is. So that's the simple, quick way of pruning and straightening out your vines.